Welcome to Saturday Night Pit Fight, presented by curvingoutmtg. We have a great matchup tonight, starting with Garrett in the blue corner, piloting Ghyrson Starn Kelermorph. This deck focuses on 1 damage effects, so Ghyrson can trigger, dealing 2 extra damage to permanents or players. He went down to 5 cards in his opening hand, keeping Otawara Soaring City, Steam Vents, Ink Moth Nexus, Firebrand Archer, and Magus of the Moon. In the red corner, we have Dawson, piloting Slimefoot and Squee. This deck is an aggressive strategy, utilizing Slimefoot and Squee's reanimation ability to keep pushing the board. His opening hand consists of Overgrown Tomb, Sokensen Crucible of Defiance, Takanuma Abandoned Mire, Wild Growth, Vexing Devil, Orcish Bowmasters, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let's hop into Game 1.
Roll for high?
Yep. 6.
That's a 10.
You took it.
I'll go first.
Let's get playing. Yeah. You're up.
We'll go Steam Vents tapped and pass.
Draw. Play Sokensen Crucible of Defiance. Tap 1 for Vexing Devil. Enters the battlefield. An opponent may have it deal 4 damage to him or her. Player does, sacrifice it. You take 4.
I will take the 4.
And then pass turn.
Draw. I'll go Ink Moth Nexus. And I will tap 1 in a red for a Firebrand Archer. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Shocking at Overgrown Tomb. Going to tap 1 for a Wild Growth, enchanting my Sokensen, so it creates red and green. It's a real fancy land now. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Tap upkeep, draw. I'll go Otawara Soaring City for turn. And I'm going to tap 3 for Magus of the Moon.
Yep.
And I will swing at you for 2.
Take 2.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Play Takanuma Abandoned Mire, which is basically just a mountain. Red. Cast Lightning Bolt targeting Magus of the Moon.
It resolves, Magus will die.
I will tap red, green, black for Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That will be on chapter 1. Create a 2/2 Goblin Shaman creature token. And I'll pass.
And tap upkeep, draw. What's chapter 2 and 3?
You may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, you draw that many cards. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control.
Okay. I'll tap 3 for Karizev, or I'll tap 2, excuse me, for Karizev. Technically blue mana. Or, yeah, it is blue mana. Magus is gone. What am I saying? Yeah, Karizev. And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Move to chapter 2. I will discard 1 card, Squee, Dubious Monarch. I will draw 1 card. play Ghyrson Forest for turn. Two, three. Yeah, three. We'll do cast Slimefoot and Squee. On ETB, I will make a Sapperling. I will move to combat. I will swing the Goblin Shaman. On attack trigger, I will make a treasure token. Just 2/2 coming at you.
I'll block with Karizev. They'll bounce off each other.
Perfect. And that will be the end of my turn. I'll pass.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I'll play Reflecting Pool for turn. I'll tap 3 for Ghyrson. I will go to combat and I will swing Karizev, making a monkey.
On attacks, I'm going to tap 1, 2. I'm going to flash in an Orcish Bowmasters. Response.
No response.
Make the Orc Army, which will be a 1/1. I'll get 1 ping. I'll shoot the 1 damage at the Firebrand Archer.
She'll die.
I will block Ragavan with the Orc Army.
Yep.
And I'll block Karizev with Slimefoot and Squee.
Okay. Karizev will deal 1 damage to Slimefoot and Squee, which will trigger Ghyrson, dealing 2 more damage to it.
That's fine.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw.
Or it has Menace and First Strike. So actually it survives, and you'd have to block with, or you'd have to block with something else.
That's fine. I'll take, what's it, 1?
It'll become 3.
Okay. Move to chapter 3. Exile this. We'll come back. Be Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. 1, tap to create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. I will play this Snow-Covered Swamp for turn. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a hard cast Pyrokinesis. Good. 4 damage to Ghyrson Starn.
It results. Going back in the command zone.
Actually 2 and then 2, but and then I will move to combat. Does a Reflection have haste?
No, it's not.
Also, Ghyrson Starn has war too.
Oh, it does.
It does. Yeah. Well, it gets countered. It's fine.
Yeah, do you want to
No,
run that back?
no, I made a mistake. Crack the treasure. I'm going to tap Reflection, or I can't do that, it's not DC. I'm gonna swing these 2 at you. On attack trigger, I will make another Sapperling.
And another treasure, right?
Yes.
I will take 5.
Mm-hmm. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play an Eroded Canyon, dealing 1 damage to you, and Ghyrson will trigger, dealing 2 more. I will tap 1 in a red to cast Kessig Flame Breather. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, he deals 1 damage to each opponent. I will tap my Steam Vents to make my Inkmoth Nexus a 1/1 with flying until end of turn, flying and infect. I will go to combat and swing the Inkmoth Nexus and Kari Zev at you, making a monkey.
I will block Karizev with 2 saplings.
Okay.
So I'll take 5.
Yes, that will be a total of 5. With the, just to make sure,
Moth Nexus has infect.
and it does
So it
have-
does damage to players in the form of poison counters. So
Yes,
it
it
increased by Ghyrson Starn.
Yes, true. I will move through combat, exiling the monkey, and Inkmoth Nexus will go back to being a land. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Tap 1 to tap the reflection to make a copy of my Goblin Shaman. 2. Five. Green Sun Zenith. X equals 4. I'll find Shieldred, the Apocalypse. Crack 1 treasure, cast Reanimate. Going to target Vexing Devil. Lose 1. Do you pay 4 life?
Yeah.
Move to combat. Swing. Everything on you. Trigger. I'll make 2 more treasure, and I'll make a sapling. So you got 4, 7, 8 coming at you.
Yep. A block. I will block Orcish Bowmaster with Ghyrson, and I will block the non-copy of the Goblin Shaman with Kessig.
Okay. So 5's getting through.
So 5 is getting through, yes.
Okay.
And it will, die, because Ghyrson only get 3 damage.
This will die. This will die. I'll move to my end step. This will die. Pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Trigger.
Yep, I will lose 2 life, and I will lose the game.
Let's move on to game 2. Garrett kept a hand of 6, which includes Force Spike, Eroded Canyon, Preordain, Chain Lightning, Fiery Islet, and an Island. Dawson's opening hand consists of Minsk and Boo, Timeless Heroes, Pyroblast, Fury, Under Mountain Adventurer, Snow-Covered Swamp, Raucous Theater, and Blood Crypt. Let the game begin.
Alright, I'll be going first.
Perfect.
Let's go with an Eroded Canyon, dealing 1 damage to you, and passing.
Draw. Play a Raucous Theater tapped. Surveil 1. that on top. Go ahead.
Draw. I'm going to play an island, and I will tap it for a preordain. Put both at the bottom. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. This blood crit tapped. And I'll pass.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I'll go Sulphur Falls, checking for an island. And then I will tap my island for a ponder. Leave them like so. Draw. And I will pass.
Untap. Draw. Play snow-covered swamp for turn. And I will pass the turn.
Draw. I'll play Fiery Islet. Tap 3 for Ghyrson.
Response. Tap red for Pyroblast. Counter target blue spell.
It resolves. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I'll pass.
Draw. I'll play Aronop Ruins. And I will tap 5, paying 1 life to Fiery Islet. And recast Ghyrson. If that's good, I'll just pass the turn.
Draw. Tap red for Lithomantic Barrage, targeting Starn. I will pay the 2 ward.
An uncounterable spell. You didn't have to pay the ward cost though.
You're right. So whatever. I don't have the mana or anything else. Pass. I floated 2 black. Then.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to tap a red and a blue and cast an Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of my library, put one of them into my hand, the other at the bottom of my library, and one in exile, and I play the card in exile until the end of my turn. Bottom, exile hand. The card in exile is Sunscorched Desert. I'll play Sunscorched Desert as my land for turn. It deals 1 damage to you. I will then tap 1 in a blue, cast the Ledger Shredder, and I think I'll just pass the turn there.
Untap. Draw. Play Carplucent Forest. Tap 4, paying 1 life for a Undermountain Adventurer.
I will have a response. I will pay 1 life, and I will Force Spike it. Counters target spell unless controller pays 1.
Alright, pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play Spikefield Cave on its land side. I will tap 1 and 2 red for Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Enters with 4 loyalty. And then I will use her second 0 ability to create 2 1/1 elementals. They gain haste, and then sacrifice them at the beginning of my end step. Okay, I will go to combat and I will swing both of these at you.
Take 2.
I will move through second main, sacrificing these. Your go.
Untap. Draw. Going to evoke Fury by pitching a Chain Lightning. Going to do 3 and 1.
Yep, Ledger Shredder will die, and Chandra will go down to 30.
2 tap 4, getting 1 life. For Minsk and Boo, Timeless Heroes, I will make Boo! I will then +1.
Can you respond to the activation of a Planeswalker? Okay.
I will +1.
In response to the trigger, before the counter is put on, I will exile a Chain Lightning to cast Pyrokinesis, dealing 3 damage to Minsk and 1 damage to Boo.
Can't do it. Any number of target creatures.
Well, I guess I'll kill Boo.
Boo is dead.
It is creatures, damn it.
As a response. No target. Pass.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, draw. I will pay 7 mana and cast Ghyrson. I will 0 her again, making the 2 elementals. I will swing both elementals at Minsk and Boo.
We'll go. Alright. Skin Boo is dead.
I will move to my end step, sack those guys, and it's your go.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna pay 1 life for green. Black. And then cast Abrupt Decay. Destroyed Ghyrson Starn.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
That's the whole game plan. Just kill him with uncounterable spells. Oh, and I should have taken a life to Fiery Islet on that cast of Ghyrson. Draw. Well, he's proper expensive now. Blue and 1. Aesir Wardwing Familiar. And then red and 1 for Dreadhorde Arcanist. Then I will 0 Chandra again. Make my 2 dudes. And those 2 dudes are coming at you for 1 apiece.
Take 2.
I will move through second main and pass to you.
Untap. Draw. We'll pay a life for green. Can save Llanowar Elves. I'll go red, 1 for a Seasoned Pyromancer. Good. I will discard Grief and Children. I'll draw 2 cards. I'll get 2 elementals. And I will play Urza's Saga for my land for turn. And then I will pass the turn there.
Untap, upkeep, draw. So we're going to tap 1 in a red for a Loyal Apprentice. Then I am going to go 1 red and 3 and cast Hazardous Blast. It deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, and then creatures your opponents control can't block this turn.
Okay.
I'm going to 0 her to make the 2 elementals. Yeah, I'm going to... I'm just gonna swing all of it at you, and Dread Horde Arcanist will... He didn't enter the battlefield this turn. He entered the same turn as Isior. And then I can cast an instant or sorcery from my graveyard with convert mana cost 1 or less when he attacks without paying its mana cost. I will go ahead and cast Ponder. I'll leave them like that and draw. And I will play Blink Moth Nexus as my land for turn. These will go away, and I will pass to you, sir.
Untap. Draw. So 2, chapter 2. Just to see what I can do. 1, 2 for Demonic Tutor. I'll find this card. And I will tap 1, 2, getting a life. Cast Moloch, X equals 1. And it will fight Isior.
Yep, that'll kill us here.
Yes.
Keep draw. I will tap 1 to cast a Mausoleum Wanderer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to 0 Chandra to make the 2 tokens, and then I'm going to tap 1 to make Blink Moth a creature. So I will go to combat, and I will swing Loyal Apprentice, Dread Horde, Blink Moth, and the 2 1/1 elementals at you.
Okay. Is flying an infect?
No, this one is just a flyer.
Okay. Block here. Block here.
Okay, and I will get to cast an instant sorcery with mana value 1 or less.
Is it when he deals damage?
No, when he attacks.
Okay.
So, preordain. Yeah, put that at the bottom, then draw this card. So 3 damage coming through.
Let's hop into the last game. Garrett had to go down to 6, keeping Spectral Sailor, Slick Shot Show Off, Squee Dubious Monarch, Sulphur Falls, Fiery Islet, and Thundering Falls. Dawson's opening hand contains Gilded Goose, Arbor Elf, Oliphant, Lightning Bolt, Douthie Voidwalker, Badlands, and a Delighted Halfling. Let the game begin. All right, ready? Yep. Start us off. Play a Badlands at 1, and I'm going to Mountain Cycle Oliphant. I'll find this Taiga, put it in my hand. Go ahead.
Draw. I'll go Thundering Falls tapped, Surveil 1. I'll put a Shivan Reef in the graveyard and pass.
Untap, draw. Play a Taiga. Going to tap 1 for a Arbor Elf. And then I will pass the turn.
Draw. We're gonna go Sulphur Falls, checking for an island or mountain, and I'll tap 2 for Slick Shot, Show Off. Swing at you for 1 in the air.
In response to moving to combat, tap 1, lightning bolt it.
Elemental Misstep, paying 2 life.
Go ahead. I'll take 1.
And that will trigger him. I cast an insert sorcery, so he gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn.
Alright, good.
Pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Play Urza Saga for turn. 1. Tap a green for a Delighted Halfling. I will tap the Arbor Elf to untap the Taiga. Tap it for 1 green. Casting Gilded Goose. Make a food. Then I will pass the turn.
Tap up, keep, draw. I'll go Fiery Islet. Going to tap a blue. No, I'm not. I'm going to just go to combat and swing him at you again.
No blocks. Take 1.
And then I'll just pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Untap. Black, red, and green. For an uncounterable Slimefoot and Squee.
Yep.
We'll make a Saproling on ETB. Then I want to tap the Arbor Elf to untap the Taiga. Tap the Taiga for red. 1. Tap, sack the food. I'm gonna cast Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
I will respond to that. I will pay 1 life, or yeah, pay 1 life, and I will wash away for its cleave cost. Counter target spell.
Okay. Then I will pass a turn.
Tap, upkeep, draw. Run up ruins. Tap 3 for Ghyrson. Still no flyers up.
Not up, no.
Swing at you for effectively 3.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Trigger. I will tap and float 1. Find a Skull Clamp and put it on the battlefield. I will tap a red and use the 1 floating for Inti, Sinestral of the Sun. And I will move to combat. I will swing Slimefoot and Squee at you. On attack, I have 2 triggers. I'm going to make a second Saproling, and I'm going to discard Blood Moon to exile the top card of my library. I'm going to play the card until the next end step. It will be Grist. So he is exiled over here. I do, and I'll put that on Slimefoot and Squee.
That's all you're attacking with?
Yep.
I will take the 4.
I'll move to second main. I will tap Delight Halfling to sacrifice one of my Saprolings here with the Skull Clamp, and I will draw 2 cards. I will tap Arbor Elf to untap Taiga. I will tap 1 for Noble Hierarch. And then I will tap 1 black for a Nethergoyf, which will get 4. Oh, we get 4. So it's a 4/5 right now. And then I will pass the turn.
On your end step, I'm going to pay 1 life and flash in a Spectral Sailor. And tap upkeep, draw. How many flyers do you have?
1.
Okay. Going to tap 3, one of it being red, to channel Sekensen Crucible of Defiance to create 2 spirits. Oh my God. Okay. I will then exile Squee Dubious Monarch to evoke Fury.
Mm-hmm.
I will point 2 damage at... I'm going to point 2 damage at Gilded Goose and 2 damage at Inti.
Where?
I'm going to go to combat. I'm just going to swing out.
Okay. I will block Ghyrson Starn with Nethergoyf.
Mm-hmm.
And I will block the spirits with Saproling. And that'll be it.
Okay, so they'll trade.
Mm-hmm. Ghyrson will die.
Ghyrson will die.
To do 2 damage.
Okay. That's a poor decision on my part, so 3 damage. I thought that would get 9 damage through.
It's okay. Learning decks. It's a weird direction.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I will move to combat. I will swing Slimefoot and Squee and Nethergoyf at you. On attack, I will make a Saproling. So that is 8 coming at you.
No blocks.
Alright. I will tap the Delight Halfling to clamp the Saproling to draw 2 cards. I will play a Rockfall Veil for turn. I'm going to tap 1, 2 for a Douthie Voidwalker. Then I will pass the turn.
Draw. I guess I take 1 damage to Fiery Islet. Tap 4 for Song of Totentats or Totentons. I will create 3 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature can't block and they gain haste until the end of the turn.
Is it 1/1?
Yep.
You can just use this spirit to mark it.
Okay.
Or that Saproling.
There are
3. Yeah. Congratulations to Dawson on his 2-1 victory with Slimefoot and Squee. We hope to see you next week for more Saturday Night Pit Fight.